Hello, and thank you for watching this demo of the Ultimate Rating Tracker in my Etsy store. Thank you for your purchase and your interest in the product. I hope that you love it as much as I do. I am going to do this demo by entering one book and one series cells. These cells are shaded intentionally. That is so that the formulas can auto-populate and they can display on the dashboard. On your reading dashboard, you can enter in whatever the reading year is that this is for and your reading goal here. Going back to the setup, I do have some preloaded data already entered. If you want to add additional authors, formats, tropes, genres, so on and so forth, feel free to start by doing that here before moving on to your reading list, your TBR, and your series tracker. When you enter data into the Setup tab under the authors, genres, wherever, it will auto-populate in the corresponding drop-down option on your reading list, your TBR, and your series tracker. So the books that I'm going to be entering today are the Shepherd King series from Rachel Gillig. I do not have her listed in my authors yet, so I'm going to go ahead and add her. Personally, I do prefer to keep my authors and formats and all of that in alphabetical order. If you don't know how to do that, you can watch right now and it will sort for us. So to enter a book that I am currently reading, I'm going to move over to my reading list. And here I'm going to enter in One Dark Window. Currently reading, it is October 2025. And select Miss Rachel, the published date for this book. I'm currently reading this on a paperback from my personal library. This is a fantasy. Tropes and tags I personally am not going to worry about here. Now I'm going to go ahead and enter in the second book in the series, which will be Two Twisted Crowns. From the drop-down, I can select a priority. Now I can select my author, publish date. If you do not want to use any of these columns like publish date, tropes, whatever the case is, you can of course leave those blank. Two Twisted Crowns, I do also have in a paperback copy. It is a fantasy, and I'm going to leave those blank. When I am ready to move this over to begin reading it, I can simply highlight the row, right click and go to cut. Then I can go to my reading list, select a blank row, and then right click and paste. It will automatically paste in some of the data that we're needing on this tab. However, I can go ahead and mark this as currently reading, October 2025, so on and so forth. That will automatically remove it from the books I want to read tab or the TBR tab because I did the cut instead of just a copy and paste. If I messed up and I need to move this back over to my TBR, you will just copy, you can paste it here, and then go back to your reading list and then paste over it with a blank option. Once you have completed a book, you'll come out to your reading list and update that information. I did already rate this as a 4-star. I did already leave a review. And then as you've made those updates, if you come over to your dashboard, it will automatically update your progress. The series tracker is a manual entry tab. It have the drop downs as you'll see, but most of these fields are going to be a manual process. So the series for the Rachel Gillig books is called The Shepherd King. Again, this is by Rachel Gillig. The series, as far as I know, has been completed. I am currently in progress. There are 2 books that are in this series. Both of those books have been released, and I have not completed reading any of those books yet. So the last book read, I'm going to go ahead and put One Dark Window. The next book that I need to read after that is going to be Two Twisted Crowns. The genre, of course, is fantasy. And then once I finish the series, I can go ahead and rate the series or add additional notes. If you need to add a new genre, or if you want to do like romantasy, fantasy, you can come out here and just enter it in, and then that will populate for your drop down in the genre on the reading list, the TBR, and the series tracker. Same thing for authors, tags, tropes, and so on. Have any suggestions or feedback? I would love to hear it. So much for your interest again, for your purchase, and I hope that this reading tracker will bring you as much joy as the books that you're reading are.